Welcome back, neighborinos, to Cooking Under Quarantine with a Quarantine Contessa. The pandemic woman behind the camera, and Le Petit Creme hiding under the table. You know, that's what happens when you're a sous chef. You get all the responsibilities, none of the glory, all of the fear. So today for our Doomsday Cocktail Hour, we are going to start out with something called the Shiva. Now, this is not something I've made before, or even heard of before, but it's a little bit congruent with the theme of today's main course meltdown. And to be honest, I don't know what to think of this recipe. I pulled it off a DeviantArt page about a cocktail from Final Fantasy. So if that tells you this is going to be the most weeb cocktail that we've ever made here.
Buckle up, guys.
Buckle up, because our sources are suspect, and so is the content.
Wee!
So I've actually pre-measured stuff like a maniac.
Who are you?
I know, some sort of terrorist is taking over my body. So the main spirit here is overproof white rum, because Shiva is the destroyer of livers and worlds. So that, I think I'm going to put in first to give it a little bit of time to proof down. Clearly, the Blue Crime is upset about this recipe.
She's not feeling it.
I think I understand that, because it's probably going to be real nasty. So
it is a very banana-y rum.
Yeah, she's not a fan. Alright, and then a certain amount of that, a certain amount of this lychee juice. It's not really lychee juice, but it's the only juice we had, and I made a mixture that kind of looks like the same thing. And then blue curacao. And we'll shake this up, and let's see what happens. I have little hope for this, but that's kind of the point of this whole thing, is low hope, high expectations, prepare to be disappointed. I mean, look.
It's the quarantine dream, guys.
It's the quarantine dream. And let's be real. We've all disappointed more people than we've ever liked to admit. Just like this cocktail will. And pour it out. Wow.
Ooh. That's
interesting.
That's a color.
The color of human skin. That is not what I expected. I can understand. It's not great, but I understand its relationship. You know, Shiva, Brahman, Vishnu, like, I get it. I get this thing's place in the Mahabharata. I don't know. I just refuse to believe that came off the DeviantArt page. Oh, God. It just sounds so cringy saying it. So tonight, for the main course meltdown, we are going to make buffalo butter chicken, or buffalo tikka masala, which is thousands of years of heritage combined with the despair of Buffalo, New York. And it's really just a beautiful recipe. Unfortunately, you're not going to get to see me really make it, because we don't really have the ingredients. What we do have is that I made it a while ago and froze it in the freezer, so we've got some bags full of it here. And really, it's going to be interesting to see how this reheats. I don't think I've ever reheated it from frozen. You can see that it's very soupy, and that's okay, because hopefully it comes out super. And I will say, I really recommend this stuff. If you have any sort of inkling or inclination to make Indian fusion food, I guess, because, you know, the Murg Makhani became tikka masala, and this is the next evolution, folks. This is, I'm serious, this is going to become the next greatest food trend in the United States. This is buffalo. It's so good, it is outrageous. I am ashamed to think that I haven't put this recipe out there with a story about my kids that lasted 4 paragraphs and 16 verses before I even got to the recipe on some sort of website. Oh, God. Alright, I'm just gonna... Yuck. Nothing like a curry sack to make you yak. Do a little bit of wipe up here. We're gonna get this nice and thawed, but like I said earlier, the recipe's quite simple. Essentially, you just make traditional butter chicken or tikka masala and add buffalo sauce to taste. And we're gonna do that a little bit here. I'm not sure how the freezing came out for this, so we'll be able to do that to taste. The next stage, what we're gonna do, use my Instant Pot on the rice setting. Get a little bit of Vanna White here.
Love it.
And make some rice because this is soupy AF.
Gotta have something to soak up the goodness.
It's a little bit of help. And the Instant Pot's really good because it does have a rice button, which makes you feel like it'll come out okay. But the truth is, there's actually a lot more technique to it. And if you do about a 1-to-1 ratio, so I'm gonna make about a half a cup of rice here, and mix that with a half a cup of water. Remember, kids, measure at the meniscus. And I'll throw it in there. Splash, a little bit of oil. I'm gonna put a little bit of garam masala in there. Let's give our rice some flavor. And seal this thing up tighter than the Panama Papers. Just kidding, those leaks. Just like this probably will, because I don't know how to operate this damn thing. It's so smug. Why don't you having depressed beats? Then I find you more familiar and humanize you more. Alright, welcome back. So, for our main course meltdown, we're doing the buffalo tikka masala, which maybe we'll do another episode of actually how I make it, but essentially make tikka masala, put buffalo sauce into taste. We're thawing it because it's out of the freezer, because I was hungry and it's what I wanted, and I reserved that right. Thank you. I'm here for you, but I'm also here for me. So I'm just going to put this Instant Pot on the rice setting, and hopefully it does what I want. And if it doesn't, I've got some magnets that can make it. Oh, see, it's already talking right now. It understands the value of my proposition. And so this is just kind of thawing here in plate, and actually some naan that I have frozen. What we're going to do with that is fry it up. Yeah. Because we are in need of every calorie. You'll say to me, man, this is really unhealthy. Why would you eat something like that during a pandemic? Because you don't know when your next meal is going to come. And the sumo wrestlers are going to be on top of this because they're going to be like, yeah, dog, I don't need food because I've stored up. I got energy reserves, big time, power pack, loaded. Speaking of loaded, this thing is good and it is full of booze. I'm digging it. I could be a fan of Shiva here. Might be coming over to the dark side. I'm just gonna keep stirring this here. So inside this tikka masala I made, I've got some chicken, some a little bit of leftover rice, some appears to be broccoli, or now unfrozen broccoli. I feel like broccoli gets short on the stick, or short on the tree because it's a small tree, but like more broccoli is frozen per year. That could be like a PSA. Have you ever known broccoli? More broccoli is frozen per year than lives out its life. Free the broccoli from the freeze. Eat it raw. Maybe, I don't know. I'm sure there's some broccoli liberation fronts out there that we won't be joining. And really, what we're going to do is try to deep fry these naan. And see, they're already fairly well cooked. They smell okay just by being in the freezer a questionable amount of time. Let's toss it in. See what happens. Maybe magic. Maybe not magic. Time will tell. But the pandemic has revealed to us that all truths can be known about everything that's scary. So, we'll be right back. Oh goodness, you caught me mid-jangle. Alright, well, let me just do a little taste here. Oh, dropped the whole spoon in. Good thing.
You have your jangle spoon.
Jangle. Yeah. Okay. And alright, you just want a free vacation to the Icebox. It's gonna be in there, loving it. Beautiful Arctic location. Give it a little bit of taste. It does need a little bit of buffalo sauce. So it's tough to say recommendations for the ratios here, but again, taste your preference.
Whatever your heart desires.
I think it needs a bit more of this sauce. Speaking of sauce, I'm gonna take another little dip. She even made me do things I didn't want to. Let's see here, fried bread's coming along beautifully. Look at that. Get a nice fryulation over here. Really, the rice is the only thing holding up this whole process. And essentially, the rice setting on the Instant Pot, pro tip, is good, but what you really have to do is after it's done doing the rice setting, you have to let it sit for 10 minutes. And after that, you can release the pressure.
Release the demons!
Which is, I think, what the Boston Marathon bombers didn't read in the manual. But
they read the blog post from the soccer mom and didn't get all the way to the instructions about letting it sit. You know, it happens.
It does happen. We will be right back once our rice is done. Greetings and welcome back. So our rice was a complete disaster because the Instant Pot didn't completely seal. And, you know, I understand. We had trouble sealing our borders. We decided, hey, cruise ship full of people with coronavirus, let's let them in. No problem. I'm just following what our dear president did. So, let's just get on to the main event. You know, I got some of this beautiful naan I made and deep fried, and I'm just gonna put some of this buffalo butter chicken on there and give it a taste all together as I slice it up. I'm serious though, I think this might be the greatest thing I've ever invented. I think it's the best, most tastiest thing. Like this is you could build $1 billion franchise off this recipe, no question.
Don't tell everybody the secret.
The secret is it's good. You mix 1,000 years worth of cooking with the despair of Buffalo, New York. Get everything you want. Put some chives, some cilantro, and a little bit of this garam masala on here. And for dessert, we've got these gulab jamun, and by that I mean I'm not making these because I'm lazy. And they're basically donuts. We're cool. So let's do a little taste test. I know I've talked this thing up, and as I should because it's late and I'm ready to eat. I waited for the rice, and the rice completely detonated. It's done to me before. And My body is very ready for this. It's like really one of the best things I've ever eaten ever. Buffalo butter chicken, buffalo tikka masala. Take it from me. You got it. You gotta try this. It's so good. It's outrageous. And the Shiva cocktail, despite being from DeviantArt, it turned out okay, and I can't believe I'm admitting that. I guess I've got my honor, but I don't know how much honor there is in me. You made something from DeviantArt. Well, I guess it's not that bad because apparently the recipe was co-opted from a Final Fantasy restaurant in Japan, which is even crazier. We won't go into that, but we will get into ending the episode. So thank you for joining us with Cookie Under Quarantine, with me, the Quarantine Contessa, the Pandemic Woman, and Le Petit Creme, who just did not care for any of this episode. So we'll catch you next time, and remember, eat it, don't eat it.